Howdy and welcome back to the channel, everyone, where we go in search of wildlife photography. I'm Doug Wallace for the Wildlife Gallery. Today's episode, I'm going to give y'all an update on the Canon R5 and the autofocus issues that I've been having with it. I put a video out a few weeks ago. There goes a tractor trailer up and down the road at the wrong time. So anyways, apologize for that. But anyways, back to the Canon R5 and the autofocus issues I've been having with it. You know, I put out my Canon R5 struggles video, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month ago. And a couple of weeks ago, I was just researching this Canon EF to RF adapter. Now, the one I purchased when I bought the R5 has a control ring on it. Now, I didn't want one with a control ring, but it was the only one available at the time, you know. But anyways, I got the R5, I got the adapter, I put the 100 to 400 version 2 lens on there. Everything I'd researched and stuff said that this lens was designed for DSLRs and the mirrorless setup and should work just fine. Well, I had really been struggling with the autofocus on it and stuff, and I mean, it was a majority of the time I just couldn't get it to focus on whatever it was I was needing to focus on. Anyways, here a couple of weeks ago, I believe it was Whistling Wings photography channel. I was just doing some research on the EF to RF adapter and this control ring, and they had made a comment that if it wasn't being used, to go in and shut it off because you could inadvertently hit it and stuff like that, and that could be causing some issues, whatever you may be experiencing. So when I went into the R5 menu to shut that thing off, lo and behold, I guess it was the default setting that had this control ring also set to my AF on lock. Why, I don't know, but I'm thinking that was the problem. In fact, I'm pretty sure of it because I went in there, shut that off, and now I'll bet you 99% of the time I have no issues with autofocus on this thing. It is snappy and quick. You know, when I do have it set up for dual back button focus. You know, and I'd done that originally when I got the camera, but with the autofocus issues I was having, I went and put it back to the shutter button. Well, it worked better that way, but it was still not very good. But guys, after I shut this control ring off, this thing right here, I don't know if you can even hear it clicking right there, but I went in, shut this thing off, set the R5 back up for dual back button focus again, and now when I hit this AF on button, it is PAM right on what I'm wanting. Rarely do I have any autofocus issues, you know, so which is really great. I'm starting to see the image quality difference between this and the 90D that I'm filming on today. So I'm starting to feel like the $4,500 I invested in this camera and the control, the EF to RF adapter and the CF Express card, it was $4,481 and some change. So nearly $4,500, and I just wasn't happy with it there for the first 2-3 weeks of it. But after I shut this control ring off, man, has that made a big difference for me. Autofocusing, having good, crisp, sharp images, you know, so I'm starting to see the value of the R5 now. So that's a tip for y'all out there. Even if you have a lens that has a control ring on it, if you're not specifically using that for something, I also would tell you to go in, shut it off, because you could be inadvertently hitting that or something, and it may make a big difference for you like it has for me. I have no idea. It doesn't make sense to me that just having that assigned and the AF on back here assigned as well, why that would have anything to do with it. You wouldn't think if you wasn't hitting one or the other it should work, but evidently it was doing something within the communication part, because I can assure you, after I've shut this off, man, this camera is way different with the autofocus than what it was before. So anyways, guys, shut your control ring off if you're not specifically using it for something. That's my update on the Canon R5. I am pretty happy with this camera now. I'm glad I went ahead and spent the nearly $4,500. So anyways, like and subscribe if you would, please. I'll catch you all on the next one. Make sure you're being safe out there, getting whatever photography you're doing with whatever camera setup that you're doing it with, Canon, Sony, Nikon, it doesn't matter. Go out there, have you some fun, be safe, because I'm positive there's somebody at home that would like to see you again. So until the next one, y'all be safe out there. Thanks for tagging along.